open relationships. They're like an open glass of water, you know? They start off pretty nice, same as a regular relationship, until you wait a while. You leave the glass of water sitting on the table a bit, and a fly comes and poops in it. And then you realize, hey, probably should have kept my glass covered. But, you know, to each their own. I won't be judging here. But today we are going to be looking at a bunch of people mad at someone for their decision to leave their partner after finding out that she wanted an open relationship. So this tweet went viral on Twitter. This is the correct response if a woman you are dating asks you for an open relationship. What an absolute king. Okay, it's going to be a little bit of a long post, but trust me, I'll guide you through it. It's very worth it, okay? I, 26-year-old female, asked my boyfriend, 27-year-old male, of 5 years, okay, 5-year relationship, to consider an open relationship. He broke up with me and I'm heartbroken and going insane. Already, good job, King. All right, listen, I know a bunch of people might get mad at this, but, you know, to each their own, right? It's the same principle. Personal preference, if he doesn't want to be with a woman who wants to sleep with other people, then that's his choice, okay? That's literally as accepting as you can be. So TLDR, I love my boyfriend and was curious about some other guys. Does that go in a sentence? I don't know. We are quite progressive nowadays, and I guess that does go in a sentence. But I love my boyfriend and was curious about some other guys. Nah, bro. Nah, you ain't love me. Okay. Asked him, and he broke up with me on the spot. I feel like he's overreacting. How can I get him back? I'm in a monogamous relationship, and basically, I want to cheat on him. Why did he leave me, guys? I don't understand. Okay, I'm not gonna bore you guys with huge blocks of text. Proceeds to bore us with huge blocks of text. So here goes. I've been with my boyfriend for 5 years. He's amazing. A great job. Family and friends love him. Intelligent, attractive, supportive, and the bedroom life is great. You have everything. You literally have everything. My God, you have the perfect relationship. It's lasted 5 years. He has every single attractive quality in a man, in a human being. Amazing. But you still want to sleep with other people. Okay. One of the most important points is that we do not fight at all. And he's quite firm about this. He thinks that fighting is a waste of time and for children. Looks like a smart guy. I learned that early on in the relationship and realized it's something I've grown to agree with, even though I hated it at first. Okay, so women in the relationship loves fighting. What a surprise. What a surprise. We always sit down, discuss, and talk about issues, and are able to reach compromises. He's very understanding and patient, and never gets so angry that he has to raise his voice. He's also quite traditional in some aspects, which is good and bad, although I've been able to talk to him and open up his mind about certain things. I know he hates cheaters. You've been trying to... Okay. I'm sorry. I'm trying to keep my composure here. Clearly, I'm not as understanding and patient as this guy. But, okay, so he's quite traditional in some sense. She means that unaccepting of cheaters. That is quite traditional. Ladies and gentlemen, we are truly advancing as a society, aren't we? Evolving, but backwards, right? I know he hates cheaters, but I do trust him. And I know he trusts me too. He never ever restricted me or not let me do anything. Because of these things about him, I'm quite confused about how he's acting. I've been thinking about wanting to have an open relationship for a while. And it would be fair both ways, right? It's so fair. Okay, so when you say that I've been thinking of wanting to have an open relationship, it sounds like a very innocent thing. Like, I've been thinking of playing League of Legends today, you know, but actually, deep inside, it's a horrible thing, okay? You've been thinking about sleeping with other people, which completely destroys your 5-year relationship, okay? Let's not act like open relationship is something that's admirable when you're already in a non-open relationship, because you're basically saying, I want to cheat with no repercussions, right? What is the difference between asking for an open relationship and just cheating? Okay, you're just asking for permission to cheat. That's the only difference here. And it would be fair both ways. We would both get to sleep with other people as long as we were honest with each other about it and it was purely physical. How would you know it's purely physical? Like, okay, this is gonna go me going back to my boomer routes, and I'm gonna be like, I can't imagine sleeping with someone and it remaining purely physical. Okay, I'm just saying, like, how do you even get to that point? I mean, okay, a lot of people can do that, but it's just weird, man. This is my personal opinion, okay? Obviously, you can do whatever you want, but I'm just saying, if you sleep with someone and it's purely physical and you're already in a relationship, bro, it ain't purely physical, okay? You've desecrated the other relationship if it was monogamous. Okay, now, I know he's quite traditional, but it also never seemed like something he would be that against, as he said things like, I've nothing against girls who like to sleep around, as long as they don't pretend they're innocent or good girl, etc. Yeah, I mean, I say that as well. I have nothing against girls who like to sleep around. That is your personal choice. Obviously, nobody can control what you do. You go, queen. It's your personal choice to sleep with other people. Sure, go ahead and do it, but you're not going to be in a relationship with him anymore. However, I'm not going to pretend that he isn't a monogamous type of guy, because he is. Yeah, he's in a 5-year relationship with you. He probably thought you are a monogamous type of lady, dude. God, heaven forbid, dude. I've gone through some bad things in my life, but nothing could be worse than being in a 5-year beautiful relationship and then my partner going, yeah, let's try an open relationship. That just shows me that you're a piece of okay? Because he is. I just figured out that maybe I could open his mind to something different. Something different, guys. Just like cheating, what? But I just wanted to have some other experiences. Is that really wrong? Always the victim mentality, no matter what you're doing, it's just like, is that really wrong? I just wanted more experiences. I love him, and it has nothing to do with purely physical freaking, okay? So a few days ago, I decided to bring up the topic with opening up a relationship with him. His only answers were, are you joking or are you serious? To which I said I was being serious. That was not the proper response, and wanted to know how he felt about it. He then told me that I could sleep with whoever I wanted to sleep with and to have a nice life. Then he packed some stuff and left. We share an apartment, and I couldn't really stop him. Wow, immediately just snap decision. I mean, you're pretty brave leaving a 5-year relationship immediately after that. I would probably have to, actually no, I wouldn't have to think about it. I totally get it. I totally get it, dude. She wants to cheat on you, of course you're gonna leave. But yeah, there's a lot of women on Twitter who's quote tweeting this and going, but he's clearly acting on his emotions, and like there's nothing to think about here. She wants to sleep with other people. She's clearly not a good partner. Like, do you just want him to be Will Smith? Like a little bit of a tangent, but you remember when Will Smith slapped Chris Rock at the Oscars because of Jada, right? He was just like, okay, I need to protect my girl who cheated on me multiple times. But yeah, even in that drama, a lot of people on Twitter, a lot of girls on Twitter were basically like, Will Smith is so cool. What a great man. Like, and all the guys were like, you simping mother flipper. Like, you're the least masculine person on the planet, letting your emotions take over, physically assaulting someone. By the way, any other person would have gone to jail. Just saying, he should be in jail. But yeah, whatever, man. Like, people really praise this type of behavior. You know, I should be able to cheat, but also still be in a relationship, and somehow you should respect me. Since then, he has blocked me from calling him, all his social media, and won't speak to me. I don't know where he is staying because his friends refuse to talk to me. Goated friends, and I've been crying my eyes out for the past few days, as you should, for even thinking about cheating on somebody. He has removed his relationship status from Facebook and sent his friend over to get some of his other stuff, who has told me that he would eventually come to get the rest of his things, but wouldn't tell me anything else. He said that I've done enough damage, and he's ashamed that he thought I would end up married with his friend. He also told me that I'd be happier and better off if I didn't pretend to be somebody I wasn't when I started dating again. 5 years, man. Ay. Rest in peace, my guy. F in the chat. F to pay respects. That is oof. If I said he wasn't comfortable with it, I would have been okay with that, but he never gave me a chance. He literally just broke up with me for bringing it up, and he's never been like this before. Well, he did question it. He said, are you joking? And the second you said you were serious, he's like, all right, that's all I need to know, right? That's pretty much all he needs to know. If it was a joke, okay, sure, whatever, haha. But clearly it wasn't. I've been going to his workplace, but haven't been able to see him, and I can't get into the department where he works because you need to have clearance. And the receptionists say he isn't taking any visits from anybody either. I love him so much. Well, you know that put up the dog meme where the dog's like, like making that face, Bro, I love him so much. Okay, dude. Okay, dude. And I've done nothing over the past few days except cry and cry and cry, and I don't know what to do. I just want to talk to him and hear his voice and hear him forgive me for being so stupid and tell me that everything is gonna be okay and talk to me like he usually does. But I don't understand how he can act like this and never acted like this before. I don't know what to do, and I'm going freaking crazy. Well, yeah, that's the biggest fumble of your entire life. You had the perfect relationship ever. What is you said he's good in bed. Why do you want to sleep with other people? What the hell is wrong with you? Boys and girls, listen up. I'm just giving some advice here, okay? In my opinion, obviously you don't have to listen to a random YouTuber who doesn't know anything about relationships or whatever. But also, I'm always right. So, yeah, listen. If somebody asks that they want to be in an open relationship and they're in a single relationship, you don't even think about it. You just leave, okay? Because even if suppose you say no, I don't allow this. She's still thinking about it all the time, okay? And she's like, you're basically preventing her from living her best life, okay? Let her live her best life just away from you, okay? The only thing I've been able to get from him is that one of my mutual friends talked to him for a while, but he basically doesn't want to talk about it to anybody else. Well, his life just fell apart, so. Well, but the friend did ask him if he's really going to throw away 5 years over something so small. Small, really? To which my boyfriend apparently said that he's not throwing away everything. He's cutting his losses while he can. Incredible, incredible. This is what I call the sunk cost fallacy. When you put in so much effort into something and you're like, oh, I have to make this work even though it's not working, That's pretty much why a lot of people never break up in their relationships, They're like, oh, I dedicated a couple of years to this, whatever, I can turn back now. Same thing with a bunch of careers and stuff like that, but is what it is, man. You gotta cut your losses and move on to a better partner who will treat you right and not want to sleep with other people. Please help Reddit. What do you want Reddit to do? Just, I don't know, convince your boyfriend, raid his house or something? I really don't know what to do. It feels like I'm falling apart. And what's even worse is some of my friends tell me, what do you expect? And the others are there for me, but don't know what to do either. Sorry if some things don't make sense. I'm a mess, and everything is just coming out as best as I can. Write it down. If anybody needs me to clear anything up, I will. Okay. Okay, now let's look at some of the dumb Twitter responses. Like, most of them were obviously agreeing with me and what I said about this whole situation as well. But some we got. He stole 5 years of her life without marrying her. Of course this is how it ends. Of course. What are you talking about? Is there like an obligation? Is there like a timer? 5 years you immediately have to marry? Thank God he didn't marry her, because if he married her any earlier, this would have come up and she'd be like, I want to sleep with other people. And then he would have made the biggest mistake of his entire goddamn life and also lost half his income because, divorce laws. The way people will fumble a happy relationship boggles my mind. You know what baffles me? The fact that they spent 5 years together and she couldn't predict his answer. Yeah, that's pretty weird to me. Like, at that point, after 5 years, surely you would know a lot about the other person, right? I guess some people just operate their relationships very differently from, I don't know, how I would expect, but whatever. King realizes that when they start hinting about polyamory, it's usually just trying to retroactively justify cheating. Yes, that is another possibility, that she already, it already happened and she had a guilty conscience. Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, like, if somebody cheated, that's probably the best way to get out of it. Just be like, open relationship, but also, I started the open relationship a couple months back, Ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of the story. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you thought about this in the comments below.